A menthol cigarette is a cigarette flavored with the compound menthol. It has been banned in several countries, including Brazil, Canada, Ethiopia, Turkey, Moldova, the European Union, the United Kingdom and the US state of Massachusetts. Some countries still allow menthol in capsule filter tips that are sold separately. Menthol cigarettes were first developed by Lloyd Spud Hughes of Mingo Junction, Ohio, in 1924, though the idea did not become popular until the Axton Fisher Tobacco Company acquired the patent in 1927, marketing them nationwide as Spud Menthol Cool Cigarettes. Spud brand menthol cigarettes went on to become the fifth most popular brand in the US by 1932. And it remained the only menthol cigarette on the market until the Brown and Williamson Tobacco Company created the Kool brand in 1933. For over 2 decades, Kools were the only significant menthol cigarette brand in the United States, with a market share that never got much above 2%. Their advertisements focused on throat comfort and the medicinal properties of menthol, and some ads even suggested occasional use. In between the others, rest your throat with Kools. R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company launched the first menthol filter tip cigarettes in 1956 under the Sulum brand. Less heavily mentholated than Kools, Sulums were positioned as an all-purpose cigarette, and captured 0.8% market share within their first year. Other tobacco producers, seeing the success of Sulum, soon introduced their own mentholated filter cigarettes. Lorillard with Newport in 1957 and Spring in 1959. Philip Morris with Alpine in 1959. And Brown and Williamson with Bel Air in 1960. Menthol cigarettes are constructed similarly to non-mentholated cigarettes, with menthol added at any of several stages during the manufacturing process. Menthol may be derived from distilled corn mint oil, or produced synthetically, while trace amounts of menthol may be added to non-mentholated cigarettes for flavor or other reasons. A menthol cigarette typically has at least 0.3% menthol content by weight. Lower-tar menthol cigarettes may have menthol levels up to 2%. In order to keep menthol delivery constant despite the filtration and ventilation designs used to reduce tar, a recent innovation has been to include a small capsule in or near the filter which can be broken to release additional menthol or other flavoring solutions. During the smoking of a cigarette, the menthol delivery depletes noticeably, but this technology allows the smoker to increase the menthol delivery at a chosen point to sustain or enhance the menthol feel. The capsules can contain any flavorings but are primarily menthol. Compared to tobacco blends for non-mentholated cigarettes, a menthol cigarette will tend to have more fluctuate than burley tobacco and less oriental tobacco. Menthol cigarette usage varies widely by country. They are most popular in the Philippines, where they account for over 60% of total cigarette sales. In the United States, menthols comprise about 30% of the total cigarette market. Menthol cigarettes are purchased disproportionately by African American smokers, with 80% of African American smokers consuming menthol cigarettes primarily. In fact, menthol tobacco marketing is specifically targeted to African Americans. It is a subject of research and it has been a subject of litigation on discrimination grounds. The proportion of smokers who use menthols rose from 31% in 2004 to 33.7% in 2010. According to a 2010 study by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. Much of the increase comes from young people. Racial marketing strategies changed among American tobacco companies during the 1950s. The civil rights movement led to the rise of African American publications, such as Ebony. This helped tobacco companies to target separate marketing messages by race. Tobacco companies supported civil rights organizations and advertised their support heavily. Industry motives were, according to their public statements, to support civil rights causes. According to an independent review of internal tobacco industry documents, they were to increase African American tobacco use, to use African Americans as a frontline force to defend industry policy positions, and to diffuse tobacco control efforts. There had been internal resistance to tobacco sponsorship, and some organizations are now rejecting nicotine funding as a matter of policy. Race-specific advertising exacerbated small racial differences in menthol cigarette preferences into large ones. It has been proposed that menthol cigarettes, which are more addictive but no less harmful, should be banned, partially on grounds that race-specific marketing for a more addictive product is a social injustice. Despite it being illegal at the time, tobacco marketers gave out free menthol cigarette samples to children in black neighborhoods in the U.S. Similar practices continue in sub-Saharan Africa, where a 2016 study found